You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
This is Kelly. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Brings up 2nd at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Rosen. And his throw is incomplete. Nick O'Leary, the intended receiver. Third down here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
It's complete. Stills. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rosen. And this will be incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Silver!
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's taken down him, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
11. So nice number one. Hey, watch the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Parker, the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Here we go.
On 1st down, McKinnon again. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Here we go. Hey, box truck.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking... up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Yeah, baby.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Watch one.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Defense wins championships, baby. 13.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Rosen. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And it's caught by Parker. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That's good. Dolphins. Pick it up. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second and 11 now. Rosen. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but here, let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be...
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Garoppolo's pass complete to Marquise Goodwin. Touchdown, San Francisco. Robbie Gould lining up.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Gould with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 10, Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Rosen completes it to Parker. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. But now it's Rosen looking. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd down, McKinnon. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80! 11. Check. 1, Omaha. So Mike's number 1. Say hot!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is heard. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And a route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
On second down, McKinnon. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get shot. Let's go.
And a 49er first down.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up second down at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Wait, Amy! Watch the pass. Here we go.
Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
Well, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
21. Here we go.
On first down now, a run with McKinnon. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here again is McKinnon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now Mostert. Pass. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On third down, Rosen. They're able to locate Wilson and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I know there will be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Now Rosen looking to throw. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mostert. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 7, Rosen. And Stills over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now it's Rosen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Rosen. And Wilson has it. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
I'm coming.
Here's Mostert. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
7 consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
52 and 56.
This is Mostert. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30, and down to the 28-yard line. 15 for the Niners there, and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Juszczyk. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
It's coming this way, here we go.
Rosen will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw is Rosen, looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt it out near midfield, now they've left their defense with no margin for error.
No, zero. And I don't care how much confidence you have in your defense. I don't care if you say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive because those guys can pick me up. You really put them in an impossible situation because at the least you're giving up 3 in that situation, right? So I would have punted the ball out of there and given them a little bit of a cushion.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee.
Fitzpatrick on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Double time. 4 down, 4 down. Check, check.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. The kick by Gold is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.